It is a knowledge-based question, and in this question actually testing your knowledge of different components of a scope. Based on the question, what we are getting is our team has asked for a couple of new requirements. They have requested something. Vendor has done it, but from the scope management perspective, from the project management perspective, these additional requirements are referred as what? So number A is product scope. No, it is not a product scope. Product scope is the scope that we agreed during the planning, that is part of the baseline. As we have already mentioned in the question that it is extra work, so that is not part of the product scope. So option number A is wrong. Option number B is gold plating. Gold plating means the vendor is giving you something extra based on their own effort, based on their goodwill, and overall scope baseline is not changed. But here your vendor is not giving you something, you are asking to do it for them. So gold plating is also not the right option. Option number C says project scope. You see, project scope means the scope that you need to perform to deliver the product. So let's suppose you are getting videos. The product scope of this project is 200 question, and the explanation of each question. This is the product scope, right? And course certificate or the video certificate. But when you talk about the project scope means how I'm recording this course, especially when we have a lot of heat and me and Umair are sweating. So this is all about the project scope, right? Then this is the last option, and let's see, and I believe this is the right answer too, scope creep. Scope creep is, your customers or other stakeholders are asking the additional requirement, which is the case, and you are not adjusting the your baselines, you are not adjusting your time, cost, and scope, and that is why it is bad. In fact, gold plating is also bad, but generally we say scope creep is bad. As a project manager, you have to control the scope, you have to measure it, and you have to avoid it. Otherwise, it's going to impact the overall thing. The definition generally when we talk about scope creep is it's uncontrollable expansion to scope without adjusting the time, cost, and scope. But important factor is, brother or sister, if you got new requirements and it's processed through change control board and it is agreed and accepted, then the new scope or additional scope is not scope creep. Because generally people think that scope creep means additional requirements. No, additional requirements without adjusting in the time, cost, scope is scope creep. But the additional scope which is adjusted after the approval from CCB is the new scope. I hope you understand the question and the context that I wanted to give you in this question. Thank you. Those who have answered it correctly through understanding, congratulations. For others, I hope it helped.